Hello, my name is William Hernandez. I am a painter originally from Peru. Welcome to the virtual last Thursday classes. Today you will learn how to make a portrait, and the materials are paper, paint, I have acrylic paint, paintbrushes. I will use today canvas. If you have already a piece of paper, that's completely fine. I will choose a canvas for today, and then we will need a pencil, and you will see why. So first, it's nice to understand that I prefer you to choose any color for the first layer for the background. I have already one orange, so you will see why. Okay, I already have one, it's completely dry, and I choose the orange layer just to cover my whole painting. So you can choose any color, as I said, and you can paint it. And then I have my palette with random colors. I prefer to start with yellows and finish my palette with the dark colors. And I have acrylic paint. You have tempera, you have watercolors, it's completely fine, and you can do exactly the same. Then, since this is a portrait demo, I want to show you a very important step for layering the color. First step is take one color and start making a face with a paintbrush. Remember, no pencils allowed today. So just pretty easy lines. And I will choose a woman today. This is very important because since you don't have the white whole canvas or piece of paper, so there is no time for mistake. You already have a layer, so you need to just start drawing. Eyes. And then you can choose blue ones or brown ones for the dark part to shape your drawing. Remember, just using paintbrush for the paintbrush strokes, and you can create your own personal portrait. Switch with a small paintbrush, again with blue ones and green ones. This first step of the drawing of the face is important because you can have a mirror if you want a self-portrait, but you just create your own one. In my case, I just make my own. I like to do portraits. Excellent. So I have now the step one. So I have a random face, a lady, and then if you have a paintbrush bigger than this, would be nice. Is try to do the second layer. Is the skin color, and this is important. You can choose black, blue, orange, any color. We do the first layer. I like to make light green, blue. And again, I'm using acrylic paint, so you have watercolors. Remember, more water amount of the paint. If you're using tempera, the same. With acrylic, it's a little different, so I try to avoid water. So I use just the color amount. This. And then I will make the hair. So let's dark blue, some red. Making the shape of the face. And this is nice when you feel you're avoiding the pencil because it's like a freedom line. So you can just change it, you can just move it. Feel nice. That's what I really like to do every time. Avoiding the pencil sometimes. Do some lines here. Some shady part here and here. Background. So we have orange. We have already a background. And I want something bright color to use for my background. So I will use orange and yellow. I mean, I have orange already. I will start making here my background. That then I can change it. You can change it. That's the cool part. You can change it. Some bright color here. Some red here. Orange on this side. If you're using oil, it's a little different because you are using oil is slower than acrylic. Of course, acrylic with water, you need to work a little faster than oil, and the same with watercolor. So don't be afraid if you overlap with different colors or layers because you can fix it. But for now, you need to start looking like this, First with object, your face, a portrait, and then start trying to make the composition of your color with the background. So you are creating some contrast, as I call it, contrast of the background. And then you always need to stop by, little bit, see your work, how it goes. You can change it. I like that way. I want to do more color in this left side, so let's do it right now. See? Okay, I switch again my paintbrush. It's important to clean the paintbrush. I have a container. You have, a water container. Always clean the paintbrush. It's very important to have your paintbrush clean because sometimes, you're missing different color, different layers, and the color represent that kind of feeling if you don't clean your paintbrush. And then I can choose again now some blue, light, and turquoise color to make again this shady part with these ones here. Light color. Okay. Now, I don't know if you noticed it, but I don't have black color. That's one reason that it's important for dark colors, to avoid the black color. So you can create dark color with blue ones and green ones and brown ones, or you can even mix it. So now I'll start doing the skin color of this lady. And again, I wanted some like a green feeling style. Doing the skin color in your artwork is important because you can choose what color do you want to represent yourself, or just you want to represent something that is just in your own thoughts. In my case, I want this lady more like a winter feeling, like a more green light color. And the surprise thing is later you can just change it. That's the most important part of making art. You can change the color and you will see it. It's like magic. You can change this part, and at some point we need to make a break to try to the color blends all together. Take a step back, see how you can change it, and then we can move on with different layers and detailing. But for now, I'm happy with my result. The part of the eyes. I like big eyes on my artwork. The eye represent the soul of everyone. It's important for me. Creating these big eyes. You know the part of the eye, so you have some like a shady part in this area, the eyebrow, so you can use some brown, blue one here, and create this shady part. And then lips. Of course, don't forget the lips. Brush, and you can start seeing different colors pop up together, and don't worry about any layer you are making. If you're doing a step by step and you want to blend the color like this, sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work, so I prefer just to do paintbrushes, strokes really fast, like a you just need to move your paintbrush like this, and then you can just fix it or you can just move it. But for now, I can stop with the face, and then I will switch for this step, again, the dark part to create the hair. See the contrast between the red one and the blue one, so you can keep it like this to create some spots on your artwork. It's called composition, so you can do it some light colors and you can make a contrast. Try to do this is like a dark red, this is lighter, and then here I try to figure out that this is a light sort, so I can do more lighter. See the difference? Dark and light. Dark and light. You can create this. Top of the face and the hair here. It's kind of nice. So before you have an empty canvas of paper, white, and then you put a layer, any color. I choose orange, and then you start just being free. Try to make your pencil dancing on the canvas, and then these portrait female figures appear. So it's kind of nice, and then you can just start working on detailing parts. I will just take a couple minutes for the first layer to dry, and then we can continue with another layers. So now I want to explain just a little bit why I choose acrylic paint in order to make my artwork. In general, I studied one of the oldest fine art school in Lima, Peru, and I studied oil for a long time. And then somebody introduced me acrylic paint, and I started working on it for a while, and then I noticed that I feel more like a freedom in that way, that I can work faster than oil. And the more important part is acrylic, if you use acrylic, you use water. And then for some people it's more like a friendly style, but for me it's just because I feel more connection with working faster than normal, skipping the sketch part, and then I can make my work more like me, more like trying to make that connection. So again, so you can use oil, you can use tempera watercolors, but for me it's important to use acrylic paint because it's a faster process to make your artwork. As a painter, I like to paint people. I like to tell stories around people. But also, I like to paint portraits. I think for me it's a very friendly way to express everyone. And that's the reason I like to choose this face, and I like to choose any faces in all of my work. Let's continue. At this point, it's time to look at your work. Try to find something that you have a connection with. For me, as you see in my work, the eyes are very important. So it's time to focus in one element on your composition. Don't worry about the skin color, don't worry about the layers. That will be late at the last. So now we focus on my eyes, and I choose the small paintbrushes I have. So I will start lighting my eye here. Like the eyes, as I said, the eyes here. Trying to represent something like a chi, want to express love, compassion maybe. So I choose big eyes. And then I choose some brown and dark blue. Start doing this part. Remember, if you avoid the black color to darken your colors, that will be nice. Depends the way you wanna work on your skin color. There is a technique called blending the layers. So it's now it's dry because I use acrylic. So it's choose one color you want the most, and then just start your palette and then start working on slowly, maybe from the top to the bottom, and then you can choose. But at this point you have different colors on your face. That's when I want. That's important. That's the idea of layering the color without worrying about the result. So I have the time now to see my face, to work a little bit on some details. Take the time to fix some areas that you said, oh, maybe we can change. And start working slow this time. This is the slow part. Detailing is always slow. But it's really satisfying when you are happy with working here. Remember, take your time. I always have the tip to move back to your work, see it, back again closer, and start making the connection with the canvas. I have this really dark black, blue one, and we try to make really dark zone here in this area of the face. The neck, working here. And then back to the skin color again. So you have this green color in that area, this dark color here. This area too. Chin here. And again, remember always cleaning your paint brushes. And then you can choose another one, clean and dry. And then I will light again my face, the lady here, with light colors. You see how I blend the first layer, this red part, with some on the chin, more with orange. And then is when I start blending my colors. So I can choose some light on here, some red here on the bottom of the lip. Here part on the eye. Some dark color here. I'm wondering how is yours? And my favorite part is just when you lose control. So I choose a big paintbrush, one of the biggest I have, some water, take a breath, and then it's when you just go crazy. So start blending all of your first, second, and third layer, and start just working really fast on your portrait. Now you can fix the dark part, and then you start blending. You see how I blend the skin color, this like light blue skin color. Another tip is if you're using acrylic paint, I avoid to use too much water. You know I need to use watercolor, so when you use acrylic paint, it's just more dry than liquid, and then you can do these textures and techniques. Nice. You see how I chain the first layer, so that these layers start coming up and popping the different layer with this light green color here. And then with the same paintbrush I can use on the hair. Really fast, really lines. This light color here. Use. And then you can just start finishing your masterpiece. We paused the video in order to complete, and I want to show you what I did. So you see, remember the first couple layers, orange and blue ones. So I start using detail on the skin color. I blend the layers. I work on the eyes. That's my focus for today. Some details on the hair, and again contrast between the background. In this case, light orange, dark red. And it's important at this point of your work. You can see it, and you can take the time to work and put more layers. The most important part for me, for layering the colors in a portrait mode, is skipping the pencil and then just using paintbrushes and start layering the color. Don't worry about how it looks. And as you see, I can work this for days, for hours, for months if I want. I can blend for a specific color of the skin. I like this. But as my own work, I will start working more details on my hair. So, be creative, enjoy the summer, and work and paint as you can. Make something that you really like. Don't worry about making mistakes. You can make your portrait, you can make landscape. That's the most important thing, is making something. My name is William Hernandez, And you can find my artwork at williamhernandezart.com, on Instagram, wilkerypdx. And I want to say thank you so much to Alberta Main Street and Blind Insect Gallery to make this possible. Hopefully see you soon.